Hello, Internet, and welcome to another Wednesday Serial. This time I want to talk about Giant Size Fantastic Four number 4. Because I like the number 4, apparently. Not really, but uh, yeah, I just had a bit of a comic buying moment. But just to talk about it real quick, I got this because it's a first appearance of one of my favorite characters, Madrox, the Multiple Man. And it's funny because in this, he's not really who he turns out to be later in a lot of ways, though it actually takes several appearances for him to get to Madrox before, even if you're probably familiar with him from X Factor with Peter David's first go around, really was the first major prominence of the character. Uh, he's different there than he is here. Here he's mostly kind of a scared little boy that's kind of out of sorts, and I mean, this is the origin. What was interesting is this is actually a Claremont comic with a backup of the first time the X-Men and Fantastic Four tangled. So that's how you get to a giant size, I guess. That was silly to me, but not really relevant anymore. I thought this would be a fun comic to have in my collection, though, because it's, a first appearance of a character I really enjoy, and also it's not super expensive. These go for around 100, but if you get a sexy copy, they can go more around 40, and that's what I was pulling for. But when I bought it under the context that it was under, at least good condition. And I know that's a dubious word, but it turns out, let's see, yeah, big old chunk cut out. So I protested it and asked for, a refund. I was going to put the comic back. If I was going to have it in my collection, I wanted, at least a whole comic. I know it's only a little bit and it's not really a big deal, but given the price for that, it was still a little high. At least in my mind. I don't know. It's all very variable once you get to that point. But I put in for a return, and the person who sold me this was one of like two items they were selling, so they don't seem to be on eBay a lot. Yeah, and eBay awarded me the refund, and I don't have to return it. And I'll be honest, I lost the address because I threw away the packaging when I got it and didn't read it for a few weeks later. So, I mean, I'm sure if I really troubled myself, I could look it up, but I mean, this person never responded. They never said, hey, no, or anything. And I think I maybe furthered my case by linking to saying, like, hey, this is good, this is fair. Here's, a link going through the ratings for that and a picture of the chunk that was missing. And so, free, sure. Um, I don't know. I guess I feel kind of bad because I mean that's not what it's supposed to be, and that was not my intention. But also, when this person doesn't respond at all, uh, it's harder to want to get this back to them to sell again, probably under, I wouldn't say false pretenses, but I mean, I guess ginning it up a little bit about the condition of the comic and whatnot. I don't know. Have any of you guys ever run into a situation like this? I feel like it's a very light moral quandary. I'm willing to take the side of evil here, I guess, and keep the comic because of all the extenuating circumstances, though, again, not my initial intention. And to say again, actually, I had a similar situation recently because I don't know, I guess these things happen, so there's probably a third one coming. Uh, I bought the last, or latest rather, volume of the hardcover Ninja Turtles collection that I've been going through recently. And I got it new, and it came with a banged up corner, and I don't know quite how to put it, but when you flip the front cover, it felt loose, off. I don't know, it just, I didn't want to deal with that when I was reading. And it's supposed to be new condition. I feel like there's less wiggle room on that. Like this thing shouldn't have been banged up when it clearly happened during shipping because they just wrapped in this really thin cardboard and just put it out. No bubble wrap, no nothing. So, um, I got a return on that. That went out recently. Um, but I mean, they ended up shooting over the refund before I even sent it out, which I don't know. I was pretty insistent that I wanted a return label because they were initially saying they wanted me to pay for shipping, which seems really off considering the organization saying that was the middleman, and then the people that they're working with are shipping these things out with no care in the world. I can't. I don't think it's fair to put that on people when their stuff comes all banged up. So I'll get another one from someone else. It'll probably cost a little money with the transaction back and all that still, but I just didn't like that. I don't know. It's just, I feel like I've had a few of these situations recently, and I'm curious how you guys have dealt with it and how much condition, I guess, matters to you, because I don't know. I know I'm more picky than some people. I definitely want things, complete. I want things there. I'm not willing to buy like something with a corner of the cover ripped off or anything, because I feel like if I'm going to own it, I want it to be, relatively clean. If there's a few little nicks, scratches, bumps, I usually don't care. But when I buy it new, I do care. Just because I feel like then I'm going to keep all my stuff in relatively good condition. So I don't like to get it in bad condition to start. There have been exceptions made for things that I couldn't get in any other condition, but by and large, I do that. I take care of my stuff. I bag and board my comics and all that. And I know there's a whole range of feelings on that. So, yeah, let me know. Peace.